learning to listen. This isn't about survival this time. It's about what's left when there's nowhere else to go. The mission is simple. Camping on a barrier island on a cold winter night. But I didn't come out here to prove that I could camp. I came out here to look backwards and look forwards on everything that's changed since I started this channel.
We've been walking a while, and we're getting here truly to where the land does run out, the north end of this island. Check out that moon right there. We are exposed to the wind and to the elements, and no telling if we packed enough. Some beautiful flowers in here, just hanging out. I just wanted to stop here and give a quick update on this dunes and tall grass is kind of what we're working with for our cover tonight. We brought just a tarp to sleep under, a mattress and a sheet, beach towel, that kind of stuff. Very minimal setup, no hammock tent. There's no trees out here on this remote end of this island, but we're gonna keep exploring. Lost crab trap here on the beach. If we were truly in a survival desperate situation, we might salvage that guy. It's definitely a beautiful sunset that I'm enjoying over there, and I hope you can enjoy it too, coming on these adventures with me like this, seeing the things I see and going the places where we go together. That's the whole point of it, really, just to give my friends, my family, the people who are in this community with me, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of adventure. So let's go. So we've reached the very upper edge of this barrier island, and you can see there's some dunes here and some gaps in them. So we're gonna find a little gap, a little valley, so to speak, and set up a very hidden spot for the night. So let's do that before it's too dark and too cold. All right, this dune right here looks promising, and right behind it, but see, we've got some nice space behind it, some nice gaps in here. So let's explore these little gaps.
Okay, so the temperature out here is definitely dropping, and I have a feeling that when the sun goes down, it's going to get very cold. So we're going to have to look deeper back in here for more coverage, because as you could tell, the wind out on the beach is just something very serious.
So we're getting a little deeper back here in these dunes. But I'm thinking something like right here might be perfect. We'll see. Let me see if I can get a good enough clearing of that spot. Okay, so right here, I got my bag set down. We're on a bit of a rise, but we're in, it's like rises up, but then there's a dip in the middle. So we'll have a bit of a vista, but we're also going to be protected. And we're going to lay our, set up our hammock, not our hammock, our sleeping pad down in the gap. And we're going to make our camouflage tarp right over the top of it. but keep a very low profile. Definitely below the height of these grasses right here. And looks like a good spot to start, but I'm gonna leave my bag here to start and make sure this is the best site in the area. I'll take a quick look around before we decide to unpack and settle in. Okay, our spot we selected looks good. I went and took a look at it from a few angles, and time check reveals it's only 5:58 p.m. So we are gonna just get set up and kind of lay out our gear. We have to keep a pretty low profile. I'll probably have to be squatting down or on my knees or crawling around or laying down a good amount of the rest of the day. I can stand up some, especially after it gets dark, truly dark, but for now this is really that part of the day where stealth matters a lot, and we're gonna find out if we're really exposed to the wind, and we will find out later about the tides, but pretty fair to say they will not come up here into the tall grass, but they may come very close, so we'll see. So you see this line. I've got to stay stealth, but I just wanted to put that, show you what I'm starting to do for my shelter, putting the reeds together. So right now you probably can't see much, but we're going back out on the beach to get a few pieces of heavy wood and that old crab trap, and we are going to use them as a weight for a part of our shelter. I laid out a yoga mat and I started bending the reeds, and I realized I could kind of lace them together a little bit, and then I reinforced that with string, and I have bent down most of the corners of the tarp, but I haven't yet unrolled the air mattress or the blankets I'm going to sleep on under here yet. All right, so here's what the shelter looks like. Got a little light on the inside of it. This is our entrance. That's where we're sleeping. This is what it looks like. We're gonna go see how visible it is from the beach if we have the light on. But luckily you can't see it from the mainland. All right, the temperature is rapidly dropping, and out on the beach in the wind, it's approaching freezing, and honestly, I'm not that prepared for weather this cold. As you can see, the inside is pretty much all reeds holding up our tarp. We have our gear bag over here with our light, and then we're gonna sleep long ways like this, but all right, so here's a little site update. You see my tent from the inside. I've got these reeds. The main drag of reeds is a band of them, but then I've been sticking more in the ground to hold my tent up. Been very lucky to not get too many cockleburrs or anything like that, but we have a little light here in the tent with us. But we basically have a camouflage tarp covered by reeds. We have a beautiful view right out this doorway. I'll show you our doorway. This is kind of our door side of it. View out to the ocean right there, but everything else is surrounded by coverage. It's very close quarters in here, but that's what we have to have. We're gonna roll out our bed mat and get comfortable. Unpack our bag a little more now that we got the shelter built. and then we might go explore and check on how the tide is looking and stuff like that. I love this quote. To be yourself in a world just constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And this one kind of relates to what I'm here doing. And I had an idea to do some videos. I saw other people successful doing videos, but I had lots of excuses for why I wasn't doing them, or not yet. And I didn't know, even when I went out on the first video mission, I didn't know if that was going to turn into a video. I didn't know if I was going to get the right footage or be able to tell a story or come up with a final video that I was proud of to release and everything. And honestly, pushing through all that doubt was so important. And then there was so much experience I gained on all the episodes as I went forward. Increasing rain. And woo, we're gonna see how it sorts out. I can just feel things looking at me. Doesn't exactly feel warm and welcoming. One other item that I wish I had brought. Woo, lightning. And we are going without it. I eventually pressed publish on that video, and now I am here out at the edge of this barrier island, camping on a chilly night. And the reality is, we're still just getting started. But one thing I've proven to myself is that I'm not quitting, and I don't have any plans on quitting anytime soon. This is still just the beginning, and I have so much planned coming up. I've learned so much, and I keep learning so much every single time I go out and film an episode. And looking at a map of the places I've been, there's some great places. There's still so much more to explore here, but there's also so much more ground to cover. So many more places to go. Let's walk back to the shelter. Go. Here's our little shelter. Here's our cozy little spot for the night. I wish you could see these stars. Hear this ocean. Hear these waves. I thought about, you guys who stuck with me from the very beginning. My family, my friends, the coffee dads, the crew that has really been there with me. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, and to say that the main thing I hope you see is progress, is growth, because I am nowhere near any kind of finished product. I am still just getting started, but the thing that this beach out here reminds me of, with the animal noises and everything, is that this channel's real, and we've got a lot more ground to cover, but we've really started something real. And I'm very thankful for all you original OGs, pioneers, Campfire Circle crew. This is definitely a crazy view to have. You go from this little shelter with your legs and the sticks holding it up to right outside into the stars there. All right. We are waking up. It's like 5:50, 6 a.m. And our shelter held up, but it is cold out here. So we're gonna pack up and get going, and before anybody is out walking on the beach. It's good to leave before the first people wake up, especially in a situation like this where we don't want to get discovered. So let's go. There's a beauty to packing this light. You really do know when you have all your gear, just pretty quickly and easily. And I would shine a light and show you what the site looks like and all that, but stealth is just so important in these moments right now. We have a water bottle here we gotta get, and then there's our bag ready to go. All right, lights out. Okay, we're leaving our little site. It looks as if nothing ever visited there. I don't know how well you can see in these videos, but we'll take a few photographs on our way out. Look at this early morning sunrise. That's just so beautiful, huh? Is it worth it? I would say so. So beautiful, huh? It's honestly priceless. That's why we come. That's why we come to these trips. For that right there. And I don't know if you can see me right now, but this is the reason for all of these crazy adventures. For suffering through a cold night. Gives me a chance to reflect. I'll see you out there.